One of the best ways to improve your muting is reading music. I'm so confident of it that look at the other screen. I'm recording this at 6:23 in the morning right now, but I saw somebody had a question, and this will 100% take things as just follow me. So first things first, your muting should be on point regardless. Foam is a deadening thing, not necessarily a muting thing, and I don't want to be confusing with that, but you should be able to mute with just your hands. You shouldn't need an outside source to do that. So how does reading etudes help that? Well, look on the screen here. This is an excerpt from my pocket reader module that's in the Groove School, and it's just half notes and quarter notes, right? They're all natural notes. When I sit down to look at a piece of music, the first thing I do is I just kind of scan, and I want to see a lay of the land. Are there sharps or flats? What's the highest note? What's the lowest note? Things like that. Maybe not in that order, but those are some things that I look out for. The word etude means study. So we are studying something. All right. So just the first measure. The first measure alone, I'm playing C, D. Just that motion from C to D. Let me look at my thumb here and see, well, what's going on? What's happening? I'm going to micromanage this, right? This is this is the difference. And now, if you've seen my channel, you know that I'm a big proponent of learning songs. But sometimes you really have to micromanage, i.e. study what's going on. So C to D. My thumb, look at my thumb. My thumb is up. Thumb is down. That string, that D string is ringing. So my point is, I'm not getting through this so I can blaze through it. I'm studying it. An etude. I played a wrong note there, or I played a note out of context, right? And you know what? I'm kind of bullshitting right there. It was a wrong note. Well, it's out of context. It's a wrong note because I wasn't supposed to play that note. I was supposed to play E instead of F. So let's do it again. Right there. G, E, C. What motion did I use? I raked. So instead of playing alternating, I raked on that hand. Okay? The next measure. So my point here is not for you to try to follow this with me on this video and read this. If you want to, cool. My point is that one of the best things that you can do to get your muting together is learn how to read simple etudes. Let's look at another short etude. This is going to start higher. This is going to start on on A. Once again, here's a misconception about reading music. Sometimes we think that reading music means that we need to be reading the fastest stuff, the quickest, or whatever. That's not it. That's not it. Sight reading is reading something for the very first time and being able to get through it with some level of proficiency. The same if I pick up a book and read that for the first time, I may stumble and fumble over some words. And then anytime I read that same thing again, I've already seen it. So at that point, I'm practicing it. Like actors practicing a script. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound the same from the first time they do the read through and the time that they perform it. All right, so it's the same concept. So let's look at this other etude. And these are etudes that I wrote out myself, but what am I doing? First thing I know it's in 4/4, I know it's in bass clef. I am scanning for the high and low notes. If I would practice when I was in college, I would say, okay, I'm gonna practice this measure, And what does this measure have to teach me? I'm playing measure one. Okay? Second finger, open, alternating, right? What is happening with my right hand? Let's talk about it. Let me see if I can show you without moving my hand. Look at that. So my ring finger and my thumb are actually on the A string. My pinky finger isn't doing anything. My thumb is also in contact with the E string. There's a lot going on there. And had I not stopped and told you that, I would have just let it go by. So we're studying one measure. I started with my first finger on A, open, fourth finger on F, second finger on E. There's the second measure. Now I put those together. Play the wrong note, okay? So then I would have to stop. Just pause. Because there's a difference between studying and practicing. So right now we're studying an etude. Let's do that again. What else do I see? I see a pattern. My eyes and ears are recognizing patterns. But if I do this slow and deliberately, even before I put on time, we're slowing down. We're studying this. And there's no metronome. There is no need for time right now. There's a need to understand musical time, but there's no need to put the additional pressure on for time, right? So now I have 4 measures. Now, if you don't know, now you get the concept of, oh, here's 2 bars here, 2 bars here. We have 4 bars, right? So we start learning to see these things in chunks, right? You feel me? Let's talk about the last 2 measures, because those open strings get us when it comes to muting. So what's happening with my thumb? My thumb is on that E string. I'm at the the penultimate measure. I just lift my thumb up. Thumb comes down for the A, and then is naturally muted by when I play the C. That whole thing I care about you anytime I get up first thing in the morning, have some coffee, and make a video looking like this. It's early in the morning here in New Orleans, but I am doing my absolute best as a one-man team to bring the best bass content that I can to you over at the Groove School. It is a plane that I am building while simultaneously flying it. So pardon my dust, but if you want more of this, which is in the Pocket Reader module at Groove School, meet me over there. You get a free trial, and I appreciate you putting your bass trust in me, and I hope to see you over there as always. And I hope to see you over there. If you want to stay here on YouTube, that's cool as well, but there's stuff that I put over there that I will not put on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you decide to stay here. Do that for me. Hit that like button. It helps boost the channel and the engagement, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, as always, peace, two fingers.